I did AFK. Oh, you know what? You can see the bar. Let's fix this. Yep. Alright. I have to do that in order to keep the game stable when I'm alt-tabbing, doing other stuff. I have to play it in windowed mode. But yeah, there's my money. Again, I'm up to 1.5 million, so that should cover some costs. I still think it's a little funny how I had almost exactly the amount that I needed baseline. But gotta earn more to get the
It's a beautiful day, except where you're standing.
So I've had fun doing this, but I don't think I'm gonna go 100% on it. I don't think I really want to hunt for all the gnomes and all the silver keys. Okay. I don't know what that does for me. I may not even be able to power up my weapons. Because, I'm more or less approaching the end game here. Cool.
I think your weapon might be bent. Oh no, wait, that's you!
I mean, I'll hit him when I hear him. But I'm probably not going to get all 50 of them. Come on, do the thing. There you go. There's some things I haven't done. Like, I didn't really bother getting married or adopting any kids because there's no real point to doing that. It's mostly just for, like, role-playing and flavor and just immersing yourself into the world, but, yeah. Like, even in Skyrim, there is, like, practical purpose of getting married. There's, like, actual mechanical... Oh, shit. How's that? Oh, cool. Oh, you know what? There is DLC, though. I think there's a post-game DLC. I did the Understone Keep and Trader something or other. I think doesn't show up until you beat the game. We'll get there. All that treasure, sure. I think in the Xbox days, that's just another achievement to show your friends that you've 100%ing games and such. It really doesn't mean much to me. Okay, now the question is...
Ah, hello.
Am I getting progress?
Your arsenal contains new weapons.
Yeah, I am. There's also like sets of like legendary weapons, but yeah, I just don't need them. I think the weapons are a little less robust than even Fable 2. There's a lot you can say about this game that's a little lackluster. It's just, I like it.
Sure are a lot of problems.
I can even understand if people were like, Fable 2 is probably better. I'm like, that's fair. I'm not gonna argue too much with that, but... So this is like an old comfort game. There it is. Of course, it's not just gonna let me have it. I think I gotta fight stuff. Yep. Oh! There's more! Oh, I am like, oh, I'm getting shiny while I'm flourishing. Cool. Oh. That's why I don't magic. All that to power up a sword that I'm barely even going to use. What are you shooting at? I wonder if I actually have to use the sword to get the extra guild seals from combat. I really don't know. Oh, should I not have been going this way? What else happening? I really like this outfit. I always have. It was always a highlight of getting near the end game. stylus. Oh god, it looks so good. Where am I going? Here's a question. I wonder if I lose morality getting all these hiked up rent prices while I'm out in the world. Do I have to be in the zone for the people's mood to tank and my morality to get lower? Oh, somebody's still alive. You know what? I could have jumped. I could have dived off that and swimmed over there. One of those is the right word. I really do wonder if this counts as an open world or not, because it's pretty linear. There's not so much in the way of like actual freeform. Yep, gotta do all this.
It's more beautiful.
Oh no, we just okay. If they probably would just wanted to throw you a bone to get some money
Our experts estimate it's worth
without having
small
to do a moral choice.
Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the
Okay,
treasury?
so you can have it,
Perhaps you
or
would prefer the funds were channeled
treasury.
into, let us say, a more personal account. A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, your majesty. Bravo.
Ooh, 50. Alright.
You have shown yourself to be a most talented monarch. The treasury is positively overflowing. You might even consider borrowing a little for yourself. Of course, it never hurts to earn even more. Who knows what the future will bring? With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury and of the long-term
we can afford it.
welfare of the people, I have... Very well, Your Majesty. The breeders amongst the rabble will be ecstatic, I'm sure. Perhaps you are considering making a personal donation to the Treasury to make up for the shortfall. It is entirely your decision, as always. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments?
I might as well just throw some more money in. Just cause. Just to buffer future decisions. Alright, renovate the shelter and owner and excess sewage.
As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reva's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
This isn't a Fortress of Dread, it's just red. It looks nice.
You're depraved. I like it.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Your Majesty, Your Majesty.
What? Aha! I like your mood. I like yours.
I don't remember if it was Fable 2 or this game where it's not just a matter of holding it. You have to actually
Where'd you learn to dance like
release it in a sweet spot to get like the best amount of relationship off somebody.
Things aren't going well. You should fire someone. I suggest starting at the top.
All stand to attention. This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reva will dispute her cause.
You may speak. Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge.
Oh God,
for the
turning into a
homeless,
brothel
the
gives you over
poor,
$1 million.
And the orphaned. And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be their only hope of survival. Isn't it time we held out a helping hand to those who need it most? The shelter is underfunded and the building has fallen into disrepair. Invest in the shelter and orphanage, and perhaps we can begin to create a better future for Albion's forgotten people.
I could not agree more. The city and its people are in dire need. But it is not charity they require. It is love. I propose we use this dilapidated building to help both them and ourselves. For love and money have always gone hand in hand.
Man, that is a tough decision if you're like running low.
Bowerstone's first brothel.
A brothel?
Brothel, bordello, whorehouse. The name is unimportant. What matters is that the people get the love they need, and we get their money.
Yes, it's for your majesty to decide. Refurnish the shelter and orphanage.
The poor of this city have suffered enough. We will renovate the shelter and orphanage.
The Bowerstone shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own. Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? Then come to Reva Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
What a dick. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not,
Today,
but he's
you
technically
will
a
deal with
hero.
pressing environmental issue. The disposal
Because
of
he was
the
back in the
city's
second
waste.
game, a couple hundred
Reaver will offer his proposal.
years ago.
A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late, even more nauseating than usual. I fear it is not merely the stench of the underprivileged. Bowerstone is beginning to have a serious waste disposal issue. We require an inexpensive and efficient solution, and I believe I have hit upon one. Now, currently, part of our waste is being disposed of in the Morningwood Marsh. With very little effort, Reaver Industries could redirect all of the Bowerstone sewer system to flow directly into that region. As you know, it's a desolate place with no financial or cultural value to the kingdom. There could be little discussion as to the logic of this decision.
Hang on, this isn't right. Not right at all. We're all children of the soil. It's in our hearts, it's in our blood. It's under our fingernails. What I mean is, we're all equal when it comes to dirt, like. From dirt we come to dirt we go, yes? We who reside in Morningwood have as good a claim to being clean as anyone. And what of Morningwood itself? Its nature spirits, its woodland elves, and water fairies.
I have not seen any of those.
Freedom from pollution too. Don't destroy paradise with your urban dregs, man. Channel the waste. Be one with the cycle of life. You have all these, like, factories and stuff, don't you? Turn one into a, what do you call it? One of those things, a sewage reclamation facility, right on.
What shall you decide, Your Majesty?
Morningwood is to be left unspoiled. We will find other ways to deal with Bowerstone's sewage problem.
The Queen has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The Sanitation Committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You are in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best.
He's so slimy.
There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Reaver Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Page has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
Oops. Now, I think her dialogue changes depending on how much of a dick you've been on reneging on your promises and such.
Hello, my
I'm gonna do something real quick.
Ah, hello.
I'm not feeling the blade spell, and I'm not using the melee, so that's a lot of hammers.
The armory is at your disposal.
Like this one that I'm using?
Swords are
Yeah.
fast weapons which require skill and finesse to wield.
15, though. It's like I'm just not using it, so I want to go back to
Ah, you have impeccable taste in gold.
Oh, vortex and blades. That could be cool.
That combination is bound to get their attention.
Oh, yeah. Can you dance?
Just doing that for the seal.
Greetings, Mom.
If I really wanted to, I could hit everyone and just be drowning in seals, but that'd take such a long time. No, we're not doing that. I'm kind of on a main quest tear, to be honest. But if I remember correctly from my evil runs, Paige will talk shit and be like, I know. She says something like, I know we haven't seen eye to eye, but you really need to help with this one issue. And my queen's like, what do you want, Paige? But it's probably going to be a little friendly right now.
It's not every day a queen walks into the rebel headquarters. You've changed the world since we last stood here.
You had a lot to do with it, Paige.
But
yeah,
we still haven't changed things enough. Without Logan's troops, crime is becoming a serious problem. There's one man in particular, Nigel Ferret. He's making this city his own. Every criminal in Bowerstone reports to him.
Ooh, and this 50
He's
will
too
get me
powerful
the
for
enough
me to
to
deal with.
max out my
It
magic.
is not easy to find, but I know how you can get to him. Good. Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowerstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
It's one of the things that makes this game so memorable. It's like I remember small things like that pop up in my head. I remember just the indignant tone of your character. Like, what do you want, Paige? I just think it's pretty cool. That's all. I'm still just happy I got this to even work.
Madam.
Hello, you're awesome.
How good to see you. Hello there.
I think I told the story already, but like, I had bought a controller for it, and I was so ready, and then just nothing worked. I Googled and Googled. I even refunded the CD to, I think it was $35, so I got that money back, but I kept the controller for like other games and stuff. I tried using the controller on Dark Souls 2, and I just got my shit pushed in. And not in a fun way. Not in, like, Elden Ring.
Madam.
When I died in Elden Ring, I usually understood why.
Majesty.
Dark Souls 2, I punched a couple pots, and these, like, worm grub things came out and killed me. They took, like, no damage. I'm like, that's not something you should be throwing away,
Must be nice
throwing at the player in, like,
privates.
hour 1
Doesn't
of the
that
game.
embarrass you, Doug?
If you cooperate, you won't get hurt. If you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The Queen, no less. Have at her, fellas.
Slowly.
Oh, the gnome is actually referencing the battle. That's funny.
Don't worry, mate.
I heard the gnome go, that was a nice shot. He probably had some snark after that.
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the hideout in Industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorised individual.
Step one. Pull your head out your ass.
I think he's outside.
Woo! All right.
We could be best friends. If I like people with an ass for a face.
Or just in this house.
There has to be a change.
Or out here.
Winter's my favourite season. I love the snow. And that's when most people die.
Yay!
Alright, where am I going? Alright. Need to start bumping into people.
The Queen!
Boo! Hiss!
Daddy's the Queen! Oh, it's our mighty Queen.
At your command.
Democracy
I'm at your command.
How are you, Your Majesty? I trust you're well, madam.
Greetings, Mom.
Queen. Greetings, Your Majesty.
For Queen and Catherine.
Your Majesty.
That's still better than Fable 1 system where everybody would just run away from you. It was actually hard to like buy stuff and activate the vendors because they would all just be running in fear of you. I forget how Fable 2 treats it. I think that's closer to Fable 3 system where they just kind of yell at you but they don't like run. I could also be wrong.
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Killer! Fast!
Out your innards,
They kidnapped me. Please let me out.
I hope I don't pay for that later. Come on, shoot! Jesus, I was just holding it down. Damn, that dude kicked my ass.
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire. Meanwhile, my compatriots shall brutalize your person.
This is all you've got, then?
Not really any dodging that.
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
Ah, that pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours. You royal miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
Right.
The treasury is simply bursting with wholesome, nutritious gold. I sometimes spend hours staring at this glorious accomplishment. Our wealth surpasses all expectations. I must congratulate you, Your Majesty. But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's dream.
This actually does have effect of you walking
Under
around.
Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol they can purchase per day. As you can imagine, this has proved a rather unpopular measure. And yet many respected members of the community think the law does not go far enough. They would like alcohol consumption wholly abolished.
I'm gonna keep it because if you actually remove the drink limit, like a much higher percentage of characters will wander around drunk and stuff, which is funny.
These concerned nobles are willing to pay.
But I kind of want to just keep things normal for that.
Very good. Perhaps this is not the time to be implementing radical new measures. It will give both the gentry and the rabble something to complain about. Who knows? It may take their minds off their...
And of course, outlawing it entirely does piss everybody off.
Matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead. Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
Ugh. Gross.
Greetings, Mom. At your command?
Can I go to the road of rule? No, I gotta get through this sequence first.
For the Queen of Albion! Today you decide on the status of the Brightwall Academy, Your Majesty. Samuel will speak for the town and its scholars. Reaver will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, it was your father.
I do want to hear what Reaver wants to do.
Seat of learning.
I forgot what he
Under
wants
his
to turn it
rule,
into.
Knowledge and culture flourished, and so did the people of Brightwall. I ask only that you return to the wisdom of those days. Your brother closed the academy down, but it is in your hands to restore it.
There is no greater proponent of the arts than myself. I celebrate knowledge in all its forms, but our people are frightened and confused. Last thing they need is knowledge. Allow them the benefit of ignorance. Let only those who are truly prepared make use of the academy. The elite of our society will pay handsomely to indulge in erudition.
But only the rich will be able to afford to learn.
Precisely. Why give wisdom away when one can...
The Brightwall Academy will be open to all who wish to learn.
The Brightwall Academy shall be reopened and Albion will once again have a free centre of learning.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
Walter's sounding a little
This
tired.
is the start of a new day for us all.
Very well. I will make the arrangements at once. Stimulate your intellect in the newly reopened Brightwall Academy. Suckle the knowledge from the land's greatest minds and avail yourself of the best library ever assembled. Everyone, from the most impoverished genius to the wealthiest idiot, is welcome. Brightwall Academy. Whatever you earn, it's the place to learn.
The court summons Page and Reaver. The matter before you today is the future of Bower Lake. Reaver will offer his proposal. Page will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, a recent survey of Bower Lake has found that the waterbed is rich in valuable metals. Now, as amusing as it would be to make workers hold their breath as they mine these resources, I fear it would be impractical. Instead, we have no choice but to dam the river and drain the lake of all water. Once that is done, we will have a ready-made quarry, ripe for the plucking. It will be a pity to disfigure the landscape so close to my former home, but it is a sensible course of action in light of our current needs.
Bower Lake is the last piece of natural beauty remaining in Bowerstone. It belongs to our history and should be protected. Don't take it away from us. You'll be taking away part of this city's soul with it.
Oh, really?
Now that we've finally freed the people of this city, are we going to destroy the one place they can find peace?
The decision is yours.
This is an interesting one. Mining it actually opens it up for like new treasures and stuff, while rejecting this makes the place just stay the same. Now, this isn't tied to a promise.
There is no greater admirer
that I made to Paige about this place. She's just arguing that the lake is nice looking.
Replete with gold.
So I think my character is going to go the practical route for this one specifically. And we'll see how the land changes.
Wildlife depends on the lake.
We need the resources in Bower Lake. It will become a quarry.
The Queen has ruled. Bower Lake shall be drained and mined for resources.
I applaud your enterprising spirit. The lake shall be drained at once.
I hope you know what you're doing, Majesty.
Behold the ugliness of nature, so miserly in its gifts, its very lakeness, an affront to all good sense. Now, see it transformed into an exquisite monument to human ingenuity. Soil and rock offering up life and hope to thousands. How can one fail to be moved by such generosity? Reaver Industries proudly presents the Bower Pits.
Interesting.
I trust the court was not too dull today. In any case, I'm confident your final task will be most enjoyable. A loyal and wealthy member of our community has offered to make a sizable donation to our treasury. Her only request is that you go to Millfields to make the collection in person. A perfect chance to stretch your legs, Your Majesty.
Stolen statue. So now I can go to the road through. Level up my magic. How much do I need for the melee? 240! Oh! Alright, because I think it's only like level 3 or something. Or 2. I think I left it at 2. I didn't realize I was that close. I feel silly. Come on. There. I think my character's just gonna end up looking nice again. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it. Gonna let it go. So there's more to this one than meets the eye, as it were. I think this turns into like an actual task. Yeah, we're not doing that.
You should go somewhere nice and peaceful. Like a cemetery.
Turn to Brian. Oh, he gives you stuff. I think. For every 10, maybe. Oh, we're here.
We're all gonna die eventually.
Oh, God. I didn't check how... Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that charge is quick now. Yeah, let's do a little detour, because I think these mines have actual stuff in them now. Like dig spots. Ooh. See, none of this would be here otherwise. Without mining out, without draining the lake. There's actually a point of contention in Zero Punctuation's review of Fable 3 where he chided Paige where it's like, lady, unless this water has the power to deflect Cthulhu, we're draining this bitch. Not the exact words.
How good to see you, madam.
Ah, my lady.
Damn, people actually like me here. Oh, they hate me.
See real changes happening.
Oh, hello. See, this would not have been here, so I wonder what they give me for draining the lake. Alright. Something you might already have. Or can easily buy. That is a problem with this game, I will say. Oh, shit. It's a weird place for Balverines. Oh! Damn.
Yes, Mom.
Okay, as I was saying before, that freaked me the hell out. In other games, like, looting and digging should make you want to actually see what's in the chest. Much like, Skyrim's leveled and randomized chests, where, like, at the end of every dungeon or cave and explorable area, they have coded in chests that will have higher quality stuff in them. So there's always a reason to explore, but here it's like, yeah, you go off the beaten path and you get a pair of gloves. It's like, okay.
He fled into the woods.
Madam, I understand you want to recover what you've lost, but those woods are simply too dangerous. It would be suicide to enter them without combat experience, or training, or skill.
I don't want to enter them. I want you to.
Right. I was talking about me.
Oh, just forget it. Ah, Your Majesty, it's such an honor to have you here. If only fate hadn't conspired to make me look like a fool. I so wanted to make a contribution to the noble cause. What's the use of a priceless heirloom if we're all going to perish in who knows what frightful way? I had taken the statuette out of the family vault, ready for your visit, only for a common thief to take it in broad daylight. Can you believe it, Your Majesty? The thief ran into the woods, and naturally the soldiers are too scared to follow. Why must the uneducated be so superstitious? But you know no such fear, do you? Beware the woods, Your Majesty. The soldiers may be superstitious, but there's no denying dangerous beasts lurk within. Good luck. I know you will succeed.
Alright. Oh boy. That's a white one. I don't remember if I faced a white one yet.
Looking for the statue, Your Majesty. Follow the white Balverine.
Oh, we're here again, where he points at treasure that I can never see. Okay, is it the tree? Yeah, he's staring. He's almost right at the tree, kind of like to the left of it a little bit, but there's nothing here. I don't get it, and I'm not going to keep wasting time here again. I've tried. It's actually kind of spooky.
Right, you monster. Prepare to meet your... Oh, I'm so sorry. For a moment there, I thought you were a Belverine. Damn things are always trying to get through our defenses. We burn silver nitrate in those lamps to keep them out. Kills them pretty quick if they hang around for too long. If a lamp goes out, well, I don't like to think what might happen then. One went out just recently, but we got it lit again fast. The man responsible, this bloke Connor, got punished. Severely. Before he disappears into the forest, he tells us there's gonna be a reckoning. He's probably in 25 different stomachs right now. My reckoning.
This Connor probably is a Valverine. I think you could side with the Balverines in this one. That's why they highlighted the torches.
Your Majesty, I've been expecting you. Been through the village, have you? Charming hamlet. It's full of warm, wonderful people who'll give you the shirt off their back. Condemn you to death for one simple mistake. Anyone can fall asleep on watch. You exile him into this forest and call it justice. But enough about that. You're here for that statue. It's quite a remarkable thing. It did everything the legend said it would. And now I don't need it anymore. It's funny how things change. So if you want to take it back to that prig in Millfields, it's yours. Nearly free of charge. All I ask is a small favor. Destroy those silver nitrate lanterns. Then the village will get a taste of justice. The choice is yours. And it's a simple one. How simple? If you decline, my brothers will kill you.
Let's tag it. For giggles.
Excellent. Soon we will feast on the bodies of those betrayers. Now go. Destroy all the lamps.
Oh, they're right on top of me. Partially because I don't feel like fighting Valverines. Probably the toughest enemy type in the game. They're pretty tough in previous incarnations as well.
Awful, this is. I'm warning you. Stop now, or I'll open fire.
Brutal. That was almost the kind of thing that made me not record the last one.
It's a great day to be alive. And a better day to kill.
No, please.
Please! Please!
Sounds like somebody's still alive. Maybe they're turning him.
Vengeance was sweet. A quality shared by many of my former neighbors, as it turns out. Here's what you came for. Seems the least I can do. Visit us again one day when you get the chance. You'll always be welcome here.
I half expected a betrayal. Okay. The statue basically turned him into the White Balverine. In lore, I think White Balverines are like essentially the alphas. It's a thing in game mechanics too. They're pretty tough. I think I remember having done that before, but like once. There was a turning point in my gaming career where I kind of stopped going for evil playthroughs if I could help it. Jade Empire, that actually made me feel legitimately bad because you basically like mind control your team members, and there's a specific line that I can remember where you kind of force one of your team members to talk to you, and she's like, I turn my head because you will it so, or I'm only turning my head because you're making me, and it's like, oh! Even younger, I was like, oh, this is gross. That's another one I should play and record, which I think can run. And I'm really into Kung Fu stuff lately. But Jade Empire definitely looks like the old like KOTOR era, Knights of the Old Republic, Fable 2. I still think it's pretty, but
You're back. Did you find the thief? Did you recover the statue?
Of course she did. She is the queen.
You found it? Oh, I can barely contain my tears. Oh, excuse me, Your Majesty. I can't let you see me this way.
And who could begrudge you such a trinket? Did you not risk your life to recover it? I will make sure it fetches a good price, Majesty.
There are aspects of your...
I should have read that blurb. It's like, you did wipe out a village. And now I'm wondering...
With the fatidic attack not far away now, it fills one's heart with confidence and supreme
Okay, now we're
satisfaction
about to
see
be
the
forced into
treasury
the end game,
filled
I
to the
believe.
brim. I have taken to sleeping beneath the gold and can report nothing but restful nights. As for today's first order of business,
You would be crushed
may
to
have
death, my
heard
guy.
about the dire situation the kingdom's economy finds itself in. Logan's policies always kept our cities on the edge of bankruptcy, and the panic caused by the fast-approaching darkness has only exacerbated the situation. I'm afraid the only way to stop this slide into ruin is to bail out Bowerstone's financial institutions. The people are looking at you to save them from economic disaster. But remember that doing so may condemn them to a much darker and bloodier fate. What shall we do, Your Majesty?
We'll bail him out.
You are such a...
I just put $1 million in this, so...
Very well, I will make the arrangements. Life will be easier for your subjects for a while, but the treasury will not easily recover. I only hope we haven't thrown away our chances of survival. Of course, you could always replenish our gold supplies by donating from your personal funds. Shall we proceed with today's agenda?
There. That should be good. Alrighty.
Kalin, the representative for the Auroran people, has requested an audience with you. The court awaits in the throne room.
I think this is the point where I can't skip anything. I can't leave.
For Queen and country. At your service.
Like, if you really want to, like, continue playing normally... Oh, I'm pretty again, and I'm blue. Da-ba-dee-da-dee-da. Oh, well.
Ah, hello.
Yeah, I think this is the point where you just don't enter the throne room and leave. Whatever, we'll stay blue. It's fine.
All stand for the Queen.
I felt kind of icky earlier.
Today you must decide how much protection to grant Aurora. Kalin will offer her proposal. Riva will stand against her.
I'm gonna do it.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, as you know, the threat from the deserts that surrounds my city has not diminished. The darkness could fall upon us once more at any moment. Aurora is part of your kingdom now, and I ask that you grant us protection. Build a desert outpost that can warn my people should the crawler attack. It shall allow us to leave the city in time and ensure the survival of your loyal subjects.
A desert outpost? I've never heard such nonsense. What shall we do next? Erect taverns under the sea? Plant crops on mountain peaks? It is a foolhardy suggestion. Why?
Oh, you're an
our
idiot.
Valiant soldiers suffer.
Aurora is under our protection. It is our duty to build this outpost.
The Queen's decision is final. A military outpost shall be erected in the deserts that surround Aurora.
We shall not forget this gesture. Aurora thanks you.
Ah, you are a whimsical monarch, and that is why you are so beloved. Very well, it shall be done. Riva Industries is proud to present an exotic tale of romance, adventure, and sand. The Desert Outpost.
That's it.
Bring forth
That's all he's got to
Sabine
say.
of the Mistpeak dwellers.
The very first
Today,
promise we ever
we
made.
decide on the fate of Mistpeak, home of the dwellers, Your Majesty. Sabine will speak for his people and their land. Riva will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
I come here seeking nothing but what was promised me and my people. You pledged to restore our home mountains and our right to dwell in them. We have fulfilled our end of the bargain. We have paid with our lives to sit you on that throne. Now you must fulfill your end. Undo the damage your brother did to our land, and our agreement shall be satisfied.
Your Majesty, this sounds both an unnecessary expense and an impudent demand. What value is there in a few trees languishing amongst snow and rock? This is not the time to indulge some idyllic fantasy. Those forests are a resource, and we are in dire need of resources. I propose we expand on your brother's initiative and take what nature offers so readily. Say the word, and I will transform the worthless wasteland of Mistpeak into assets we can use to defend Albion.
These hands are not yet so old or weak that I can't wring that pretty little neck of yours, Reaver.
the refined retort of a true mountain goat.
You made a promise to Sabine, but it's up to you whether...
I will keep my promise to the dwellers. The Mistpeak Mountains shall be restored.
Mistpeak shall become a protected region, and the dwellers shall be granted authority over its forests.
I just made all that money back.
You are true to your word and your honor. The dwellers will stand by you till the end.
The forests of Mistpeak are our greatest national treasure, and now, thanks to Reaver Industries, they have returned to their past splendor. Dwellers, birds, and bunnies are free to roam, laugh, and kill each other as nature intended. Who needs all that lumber anyway?
Alright, I think it's time to save it
sanctuary.
and have a quick little break.
Business to attend to?
Alright, I think we're here, folks. We're at the end.
Hey there, Your Majesty. At your orders, Mom.
It is time, Your Majesty, to meet fate with steely resolve and commission Albion's army. We will use the funds we have to establish the best possible defense. Before I can commit those funds, however, I require your signature on a contract stating your awareness of the projected number of civilian casualties. Strictly a formality, of course, though should the number alarm you, you may wish to donate as much gold to the treasury as possible before you sign.
Think we're good.
Very good. If you could just sign on the dotted line, please.
0 of my subjects will die in the coming war. Damn right.
Happy anniversary, Your Majesty. 1 year as Queen of Albion. Doesn't time just fly? I am delighted to say that the Albion army has been deployed in preparation for the invasion, so we may enjoy the occasion without apprehensions. To celebrate this momentous day, I have prepared some fantastic events. First, you will stand still for several hours while a local artist paints your portrait. Then, you will choose the 47 varieties of flowers you wish to be cast at your feet as you parade through the city. Oh, and you will need to sign thousands of autographs, of course. Let's see, you will also be fitted for a new pair of shoes, and, of course, you will need a new suit.
Dang. my character's like, thank you, Teresa. For saving me from that.
The day has come, Queen. It is time for you to face the darkness. But you will do so in your true form. Over the past year, you have made decisions that reveal your nature, and which have affected the lives of all your subjects. You have done what many would have thought impossible. Not only have you raised an army to protect your people, but you have accomplished this while acting as a noble, benevolent, and popular ruler. But you are more than a queen. You are a hero. You are Albion's champion, its protector. This coming battle
Gothic
is the
angel.
reason you had to take Logan's place. Only you can defeat the creature that dwells in the shadows. If you do not, all your efforts will have been in vain. Now go. Do what you were born to do.
Ah, hello.
I am pale again, which I like.
You have several
Since I'm
new
such
suits. Those will make dressing easy.
such benevolent, I wonder, is there such a thing as a white dye? Yep, this one. Might as well lean into it, right?
Much better.
I like that. A little bit of a Templary look. I'm into it. Figure if I'm gonna have shiny wings, then I should probably look shiny. Well, it's not gonna show you here.
It's here. The darkness has reached Bowerstone. The attack has barely begun, but already we have suffered terrible casualties. We simply weren't ready. If we don't act quickly, there may not be a kingdom left to defend by dawn.
We have to get out on the streets, now!
Today we fight for Albion!
For Albion!
This is pretty straightforward. Just
You really want to take on the army, eh?
Defend the city with your
fight and then
Don't worry, mate, you'll get a medal for taking a wound in battle. It's here, armor is thick. It's here. Nice one. That thing ever shot. Yes. No armor is here, is it?
I don't really. Okay.
We have to find it now. We have to save our people.
But this is the kingdom of unlight now. This is the kingdom of death.
These things are tough.
You can never escape darkness. It flocks
Boy, this is not the time. For its day, this stuff was pretty spooky.
The sounds you give off, the cries of your young, the gurgle. We give thanks for your desperation.
Two crack shots like us, we might stand a chance.
Do not provoke us with the bone gleam shining from your broken bodies. It is a transgression against the night. You can never escape darkness. It flocks to you always.
I did want red wings, but we'll deal with it.
You are the flowers the children will pick and cast into dead.
That's a pretty cool line. It's just that there's only so many times you can say death and dying and die and before it just starts getting a little cheesy.
You crafted such slight, flimsy bombs. You whip like insect wings in our hands.
Two crack shots like us, we might stand a chance.
Well, if y'all did something, that'd be great.
I can feel it. We're getting close to that thing. Where are you? Show yourself.
The lost sheep returns to the flock. No one ever leaves the darkness behind. Do you see? Do you see what you have done? We are all shadows now.
Don't get through!
You rule over a graveyard. Is that what you wanted? You made us do it. You made us.
Ooh. Seems like it would be a cool fight in melee.
I am shadow and death. I am shadow and death.
I'm sorry, Walter. My boy. That is essentially the final boss. If I recall, unless there's something else.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you took away the darkness. It's been inside me all this time. But it's light now. I can see the sky. And it's light. I don't think I can fight anymore.
It's all over, Walter. We won. We beat it together.
Do you remember the stories I tell you when you were a child? There was a great king once. The mightiest hero of them all. Remember what you would say?
Teach me to be a hero.
You've done me proud. You've always done me proud.
Oh, Walter.
I think old Walter would have liked it out here. He was always a fan of looking tall and stony. I can imagine what he'd say if he was here now.
Shut up, Ben.
Exactly.
It's time I return to my own castle. If ever you need to save the world from another abomination, you know where to find me.
My people shall never forget what you have done for them. We are proud to be part of Albion. I shall return to Aurora in the knowledge that we may at last enjoy peace. Farewell, Your Majesty.
Walter was right about you. You're a hero in every sense of the word. The hero Albion needed.
What will you do now?
I will continue to serve you the best way I can. I belong down in the city. The people there will always need help. Goodbye, my queen.
Well, Queen, old chum, ruler supreme, pal, you did it. You saved the kingdom. And it's my turn to say goodbye. I'm not cut out to be a general. And I think I'd like to start travelling again. Or maybe see if Paige needs any help down in Industrial. But before I go, let's send off our friend in style, shall we? This one's for you, Walter.
This is the world as it could have been, devoid of color, devoid of life. It is thanks to you that it isn't so, and you did it without becoming a tyrant. The people love you, and you have banished the shadow of your brother's reign. You kept your promise to Sabine and his people, when it would have been easier to turn your back on them. A noble gesture. You swore an oath to Paige to better the lives of your people, and you did so even in the face of great danger. You did for the Aurorans what your brother would not. He broke his promise, but you proved to be the better leader. Without the strength to make those choices, we would not be standing here now. Perhaps we shall meet again one day, Queen.
Aren't you going to tell me my future?
The future will reveal itself when it is ready to do so.
It's weird. She looks almost more wicked in pure form than she does Because all going full evil does is you get blacker lips, but your skin looks a little pockmarked, which is, you know, a media shorthand for being evil. But then there's also, when you go full pure, your eyes look a little more sunken in and your skin goes pale. Alright.
My lady, accept this gift as a token of our appreciation.
Factory
for all you've done
volunteers.
for us.
You have accomplished something quite extraordinary. I do not think even your father could have equaled it. The kingdom teetered on the brink of annihilation, and yet we live, all thanks to you. As for me, I'm just an old servant, and that is what I will always be. You know where to find me should you ever require my assistance, madam.
So now what we're going to do is I'm going to lower all of the rent on all the businesses so people won't hate me as much.